Welcome back to New York, outside of Trump Tower with Trump himself, and standing in between us is Marlon, who is auditioning for the Apprentice 3. He's motivated, aggressive, relentless, loyal, organized, and nonstop.
And you know what else? He's sleepless because it's not till tomorrow. But that's okay.
But if you want to get ahead, this is what you got to do.
You're right, Marlon.
Marlon, we have something especially for you then to bide the time.
Do I look familiar? Well, that's because I auditioned for the Apprentice 2, the Apprentice 3, and now for the Apprentice 4. And you're probably asking, why? Why bother? And let me tell you, because Marlon LeWinter, I'm not a quitter. I'm the most dedicated, enthusiastic person around. The word quit, it's not even a part of my vocabulary. You know something? When I auditioned for the Apprentice 2, check out what I did.
I don't believe it. Is this Marlon?
Sam?
I don't believe you drove down here from New York City.
It's a pleasure.
Unbelievable. Come on in here.
Thank you very much.
Unbelievable. All to be on that show. That crazy show. You really want to be on that show?
I want
You want to go through what I went through?
I want to go through what you went through.
Why did you choose to get in the car and drive down here 4.5 hours to visit me, a guy who got fired off the show, third, as opposed to going to some of the people who live in New York who are still on the show? 2 of the 3 people from New York are still on the show.
Well, the reason for that is very simple. You and I are a lot alike. I see a lot of personality traits in myself that you showed on the show. And just talking to you right now, I can see. And it's one of those things where if I was on the show and you were trying out for Apprentice 2, I think you would do the same thing. You'd find out where I was and you'd come to see me because you know what it's like.
What do you think of Donald Trump?
I think Donald Trump's a great guy. Actually, this photo over here, this look familiar?
My buddy Donald right there.
About
15 years ago.
A long time. I was 8 years old, actually. I sent him a letter in the mail, sent me back this photo autographed. You sign this photo, I want you signing my paycheck. I don't take anything for granted. Because the one time you take something for granted, you take a step back, someone's going to run right past you. But an opportunity like this, to work for this guy, you can't pass it up.
Well, I'm sitting here with Marlon LeWinter. He's from New York City, comes down, he calls me yesterday, he says, I want to come down and meet you, and I want you to be part of my audition tape for The Apprentice #2. And so here he is, 4.5 hours in the car, and here he shows up at my door, and he doesn't know me from a hole in the wall. I'd never seen this guy before. You know, I was just on Oprah the other day, and Oprah was talking to Donald Trump about how you have to have it. Marlon, I've been talking to him for 5 minutes. He's got it. He's got it for this show. And I'll tell you, any guy who gets in the car with his trusty cameraman here, who drives 4.5 hours on a Sunday afternoon and shows up in my apartment, that's worthy of at least a second audition. But the guy, he's got a great story to tell, and he's got that look. Donald Trump, I'm telling you, this is your guy right here, Marlon LeWinter.
So how passionate am I about really getting onto this show? Not only did I sleep out in front for 24 hours for The Apprentice 2, but also for The Apprentice 3.
Marlon LeWinter waited 24 hours for his interview, ready to show off his resume and an autographed photo he got from Trump years ago.
Donald Trump's a fantastic businessman. Everyone knows that. And I'm out to learn from the best. If you want to be the best, you got to learn from the best.
You know, I've done some pretty crazy things to get on the show, but nothing compares to what I did when I auditioned for The Apprentice 3. So now, my journey takes me to Times Square, where I'm to see if the naked cowboy, who's standing right behind me, can wear this shirt and show Donald Trump that I am his guy. Ready? Here we go. Hello. How are you? My name is Marlon. I came from Long Island, and I was wondering if you can sing a jingle for me and put on this t-shirt and show Donald Trump that I am his guy. I slept out in front when The Apprentice was going on for The Apprentice #2. I made it all the way to the semifinals, and this time I want to be on the show. So what I did was I wrote up a little jingle.
Well, now I'm naked cowboy coming to a town near you. Hey, my man Marlon got his act together. He searched out the naked cowboy to watch him grunt and bump to make his audition tape for The Apprentice 3 so he could work for Donald Trump. I'm naked cowboy, take him on. Coming to a town near you.
I can wear your hat for me?
I'll throw the hat in me.
Great. All right, I'm just going to change over there. Watch out, Siegs. I'm doing this.
I am the naked cowboy, but I want to be on The Apprentice 3.
Well, if you really want to live, Marlon, I'm telling you, you don't need The Apprentice 3. There's plenty of work out here.
Too high or too low, there ain't no in between.
I can tell you it takes balls to do that.
Mr. Trump, back in July, you told CNBC exactly what you were looking for your next apprentice.
I want drive, I want energy, and I want a brain, a really good brain.
I am the most outgoing, enthusiastic, persistent guy around. Honestly, no one will ever outwork me, and I've always been the underdog, and I'm the guy America roots for because America loves the underdog.
Marlon LeWinter is the perfect guy for the apprentice number 4.